Welcome to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dundee Township video orientation. We'd like to start by thanking you for your interest in volunteering with our organization. During this video orientation, we will be going through our policies and procedures. At the end of this presentation, there will be a quiz with questions related to the topics covered in this video. When it comes to our club members, staff, and volunteers, safety will always be our number one priority. We are committed to giving our club members the ultimate club experience by providing them an emotionally and physically safe environment. With the help of our board of directors, we have created a detailed onboarding process to ensure that individuals entering our club sites understand the organization's policies and procedures. We are going to begin by talking about a few different types of interactions. To further ensure our club members' safety, our organization prohibits all one-on-one interactions between club members, staff, volunteers, and board members. This includes no interactions with club members outside of any club-sponsored activities. For example, we should never intentionally set a meeting with a club member at the mall, park, etc. It is also important that we are never transporting any members in our own personal vehicles. If a situation arises where a club member needs a ride, please communicate with the site director as they can arrange transportation in a club vehicle. Please note, parents or guardians are never allowed to provide consent for one-on-one interactions or transportation in a staff's personal vehicle. There should also be no electronic communication between a club member and a volunteer, such as texting, phone calls, connecting on social media, etc. Lastly, meeting behind closed doors or spaces that are not visible to others is strictly prohibited. Maintaining appropriate physical contact with our club members is required for all staff and volunteers. A few examples of appropriate physical interactions would be high fives, fist bumps, and side hugs. Inappropriate interactions would include grabbing or hitting a member forcefully, full frontal hugs, tickling a member, or even allowing them to cling to an adult's leg. Appropriate verbal interactions would include calling a member by their preferred name, always using positive reinforcement and praise. However, name calling, using harsh language, discussing personal information, and non-age appropriate jokes are not allowed. Our club members will want to get to know you, so it's okay to open up. Just be mindful that the information you are sharing is appropriate. As a volunteer, it is important to set boundaries with our club members on what is appropriate versus inappropriate. Volunteers are required to be accompanied by a paid staff member who is 18 years or older. You should never be left alone with a group of club members. You will also be given a volunteer ID badge that must be worn and visible at all times. The purpose of these ID badges is for you to be easily identifiable in case of an emergency. Our club members should always have our undivided attention, so please refrain from using your cell phone while around them. If there is a situation where you need to answer a phone call or send a text message, please let a staff member know so that you can step out. Taking pictures or videos of any club members on your own personal device is strictly prohibited. If you need to document your time spent with our club members, please communicate with the site director as they can arrange the use of a club device. In the event of an accident involving a club member, it is important to be made aware of incident reports. As an organization, it is crucial that we document any and all accidents that happen during club hours. Each club site has a designated bathroom for adult use. Please communicate with the site director as to which bathroom is designated for you to ensure that you are never using the same bathroom as our club members. If there is no designated bathroom for adults, there must be no club members present while you are using the facility. Our organization has a zero tolerance policy for child abuse or neglect. Child abuse is when an adult or another child, whether through action or by failing to act, causes serious emotional, physical, or sexual harm to a child. If you suspect or are made aware that a club member is being abused or neglected, you must immediately report to club leadership. From here, a staff member will guide you through the steps to take with DCFS. Grooming is when someone builds an emotional connection with the youth to gain their trust for the purposes of sexual abuse, sexual exploitation, or trafficking. Grooming behaviors may include targeting specific youth for special attention, activities or gifts, isolating youth from family members or friends, whether physically or emotionally, and this can also lead to one-on-one interactions such as sleepovers, camping trips, or even day activities. Gradually crossing physical boundaries such as front hugs that last too long, lap sitting, or other accidental touching. As an organization, we are required by law to report any and all suspicions of child abuse or neglect. When submitting your volunteer application, you signed off on a document stating that you acknowledge that as a volunteer, you are a mandated reporter under the Abused and Neglected Child Reporting Act. Further training on child abuse may be required depending on your volunteer status. For more detailed information on child safety policies, please refer to the Youth Protection Guide. You should have received a copy when filling out the volunteer application, and if you did not, please go to bgcdt.org/club-safety. Thank you again for taking the time to go through this video orientation. We look forward to having you as a volunteer.